Good evening, everyone. How you guys doing? Hope everyone is doing wonderful on this beautiful Sunday evening. Yep. Well, I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. Yes, yes, yes. Tonight topic is, do you have to have a green thumb to grow a garden? How you guys doing tonight? What's going on? Yeah. Hey, Lassos, how you doing? Thank you for doing. What's going on? Salute to you. What's going on? Yeah. I was doing a live last Wednesday, Thursday, and man, the High Star Duster too. How you doing? Oh, you cleaning up your race bed? All right, all right. Yes, guys, I was doing a live last Thursday and the internet was really bad, really, really bad. I had also stop the live because it was really in and out. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Starduster. All right. I was on it. Service was good. Wasn't Yes, yes, it was really bad. I don't know what was happening. I really didn't know what was happening, but I still try to come back just to, and then it still was acting up. So I wanted to come on last night, but I was kind of tired after working so hard in the garden, so I didn't come on. So I said tonight is Sunday. Let me come on for a little bit and share some information, because most of the time when I come and do a live is because of question are being asked. So when someone asks me a question, sometimes I come and do a live about it because maybe other people asking the same question. And like for instance, someone asked me, do you really have to have a green thumb to do gardening? And I said, no, you ain't, no, no, I don't think you have to have a green thumb to go garden. I think you have to know what you're doing and learn along the way, and you definitely gonna get gratitude. Your experience is greatly appreciated, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I love seeing you, man. I'm learning so much. Yes, I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate that. Yes, I mean, you guys see my harvest them lately, right? I've been harvesting so much. It's like every day I go in the garden, I can get something. Yes, I can definitely get something every day. Present force. All right. Yes, because the thing is, right? The thing is, like I always tell people, you know, I don't like to tell people how to do their garden, but I really, there's a lot of things in gardening. If you know these things, you will be very successful. And this is what I'm trying to get people to, that place of being successful, growing a garden without spending a bunch of money in growing the garden. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to spend too much money growing your garden. Yes, great harvest. I wish if you was my neighbor, you would have got plenty food, man. Trust me. Because I do give away a lot of food as well. And last was you was telling me about the cocoa, which we call Edo. Yes, if you I can get a couple for you. I can get a couple plants because I have so many plants, so many of them. I will be. No, you wouldn't have to beg. I will just offer you. Once I see you and you as my neighbor, you wouldn't have to beg. Trust me. I just give to you. You know, because listen, me, it's so much. It's so much I'm harvesting, and every day, every day I walk into that garden, I could come out with food to eat. And this, all right, okay, so just hit me up in my email and let me know, and I'll get some to you. Because they're gonna grow well in your atmosphere, the zone that you in as well. Yes. Yes, guys. So the thing about me with gardening, I don't want people to believe I'm telling them how to grow their food. That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to give tips and ideas how to grow your food. Especially, I'm growing food without using a lot of these chemical, a lot of these fertilizer they're using. I'm growing food a natural way. You know what I'm saying? Like how I see my father and the elders used to grow food. That's how I'm growing food. So I'm basically trying to, because a lot of people really believe that you have to use this stuff around your plant, and you don't really have to. My garden is a full example of that. You know what I'm saying? You can grow healthy food, good, healthy looking food without these products. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. If you grow in your own food, try to grow it as natural as possible. Maybe you mightn't have as much resources like going to the bushes, places to create your own little compost. Maybe you mightn't have these access to these things, but try to use natural stuff around your plant, and you will get great healthy food. Also, yes, 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 it's there. Yes. All right, no problem, no problem, no problem. I got you. Yes. So, growing food comes with a lot of, it's a lot of things growing food, and you will learn along the way. Once you have an open mind and believe and want to learn, you will learn along the way that growing food is kind of simple as it seems. I try to break it down in the simplest form. And this is what, honestly, I do not show every harvest I do. I harvested some beautiful potato a few days ago, but I never show them because, my goodness, it's like as every 2 days I will be showing videos about harvesting. But the reason why I'm doing it is because I talk about how to grow your food, how to grow natural food, your food a natural way, how to get plenty harvest out of your plants, and I'm basically showing it. You know, I have a lot. I have a lot. Yes, I can. Yes, definitely, Lashos. I can cook from my garden every day. I can walk in that garden and cook from that garden. And this is how I design it. Because over the years, I've been learning and I've been studying. You see, a lot of us do gardening, but a lot of us don't go into the depth of the studying of gardening. You know what I'm saying? Because when you study, you want to learn. So over the years, I've been studying, and what happened is I realized how to space it out, how to space out your planting. So if you space them out in a certain way, you will able to harvest every time. Every time you go in that garden, you will able to harvest. Instead of planting them that you harvest in one time. You don't want to harvest one time because now you got to try to put up the food, and you know what I'm saying. So while you harvesting slowly every week, you harvesting, you have time to deal with the food. Hi, Urban Gardening Chronicles, how you doing? Oh, you tired? All right, all right. Rest yourself, rest yourself. This is the best way for me to show homage to my ancestors. All right, all right. Yes. You see, as a person, I used to like to sit down with the older people. With the older people, because the older people always have life, knowledge to share that they experience. So I used to sit down with them and listen to them as a little boy. You know, I used to listen to them, and they used to talk to me, and they used to, you know what I mean? I used to just listen. You know, everybody seeing me with these older guys and just listening to what they're saying. And listen me, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Learn so much from the elders. Yes, this is where you want to be. The elders, when the elders speaking, listen, because they experience these things already. Yes. Hey, James Franklin, how you doing, man? Thank you for being here. What's up? Yes, the elders pass. Oh yes, Stardust, passing it down to the. That's what I'm trying to do. And also, honestly, this is really why I create a YouTube channel. The reason why I create the YouTube channel was to motivate people. Before all this thing start going on, I've been telling people about planting your own food, how to grow your food. I've been doing this. Even on YouTube, I wasn't posting like that, but I was still posting now and again. I post a video encouraging people because I know times like these will come. And I want to show people, listen me guys, you can grow food without all these things which are wrong our food. It doesn't matter where you live in. You know, like, it doesn't matter. Just use natural product around your food, and you will have growing healthy food at all time. And the next thing you need to know is how to plant these food. Also, you need to know the spacing time, how to grow your food. You also need to know, like I always say, guys, study your plants. If you want to grow food, take time and study the plant. Look at the plant. Observe the plant. When you pull up a plant, say you pull up a plant, look at the size of the roots. Look at the width of the root. These are things I do. And this is why I gain so much from these, knowing about these plants, because I pay attention to them. If I pull up a cabbage, I look at the root, I look at the size, I look at the width. So I know the depth I need to plant a cabbage and the width of the hole. You understand? So once you know these things, gardening become nothing to you. And you do not need a green thumb to gardening, to plant food and produce good, healthy food. No, just certain things you need to know. Yes, you could just seed and plant them. You could do that. That's cool. You could just seed and just plant them. But guess what? Do you think you're gonna get the same product, same progress like if you take care of the plants? No, you will not. You definitely will not. If you just throw them and leave them, you will not. Then they have the weeds gonna kill them. Then with some of the weeds is very important in the garden, and sometimes we pull them up because we don't like to see them around the plant. But these weeds adds a lot of benefit to our plant. This is for real. You know what I'm saying? This is for real. A lot of these weeds add nutrients, minerals to the soil, and that's what our plants need. So if we're taking up the weeds, what I just do, if I take them up, I throw them on my compost pile and just leave them to break down. It's very important. Listen to me, it's a lot of things in gardening. If you do these things, you will be a successful gardener. And this ain't no joke. Hello, sensational container. How you doing? Thank you for being here. That's why I always say, only plant what you can manage. I agree with that. Plant what you could manage and what you like. You know what I'm saying? And once you plant what you could manage, you're able to learn about the plants them even better. Because guys, as simple as it is, you have to learn about these plants. In order for them, you got to know what these plants desire. And if you can give to these plants will give back to you. You understand? I don't know for everybody, but I'm not satisfied with my plants give me 2 little fruits and done. I'm not satisfied with that. So this is why I'm going to do my best to put whatever I got to do into these plants that they can give me as much harvest from now till down into November. My pepper them produce right down to November non-stop. My tomatoes them same thing, just keep going. If you look at my harvest video, guys, every 3 days I have a bowl of tomato I can harvest every 3 days, and this ain't no joke. Hey, Growing with Hudson, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you guys for being here. Yes, guys. So there's I do a lot of videos, right? I do a lot of videos about how to plant a pepper tree. Does it matter if you plant a pepper tree deep or not deep? And guys, trust me on this one. If you want your pepper to produce a lot of pepper for you, be continuously till the last frost. Plant them deep. If you're using a container, plant them in a big enough container that the root can spread as much as they want, and you have enough soil to cover their roots. This is important because you want them to keep producing right down till you hit the last frost. You're not trying for a pepper bed, 2 peppers, and and dry out and die on you. You're not looking for that, guys. So this is why it's important to learn about these plants and know what they need, and you're gonna get the best out of them. Okay. Planter, this is why I say in my videos, plant a garden, nature comes to you. But plant a garden with nature in mind, she stays with you. All right, James. You know what? I'm always talking about nature, you know. I even did a video how to bring nature to your garden. I even did a video with that as well. Because I understand the value of nature in your garden. Trust me on that. Hey, all right, Starduster, thank you for stopping by. All right, peace and love. Mama saw, okay, going to bed. Mama saw you. All right, I hope she have a safe journey. Thank you for being here. Peace and love to you. Peace, power to you. All right. Yes, guys. So the thing about, yes, guys, say a prayer for Stardust, mom. All right. Blessing to you. Yes, guys. So nature is important because the way I set up my garden, that birds can come and land and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Because birds help clean your garden from a lot of insect. You know what I'm saying? A lot of insect that will come in your garden and eat down your plant. Birds can save you from that. So all these things I have in mind, and I create places that they could land in the garden and just relax themselves. Sometimes when I go in the garden, all I'm just seeing birds and flying out the garden because I give them that space that they could enjoy themselves. So it's many ways of doing gardening and even making your life easier in the garden. It's important. Like I keep saying, guys, try to plant your plants deep. You will get better result from your plants if you plant them deep. You will get a lot great result. And let me talk about the soil for a minute. The way my soil is now, right? The way my soil is now, I walk on that soil. I turn clay soil into good soil. So it's not about me just come and meet good soil. I used to plant in clay soil. But over the years, I keep mixing the bush and the dirt and everything together, and it changed that. It changed the soil. So now my plants are growing lovely without any kind of fertilizer. I have a few pepper just dying. You have a few pepper just dying last year. But pepper love a lot of hot sun, and I know you giving them, they're getting a lot of hot sun down there. And let me put it this way. The heat. Sun, pepper love heat. You don't water them in the middle of the day, right? Because that could be if you water them in the middle of the day, that could be a problem. And because the sun is so hot, maybe you see, and this goes with the depth as well. This goes with the depth as well. When with the watering system, the depth is very important because it keeps you from have to use too much water. So the depth is important, But for what you're telling me with the peppers, I'm not sure because pepper love hot sun, and then oh, you don't wet them in the morning. What could be happening? They're probably not deep enough. You know what? You know what could be happening, Lashos, as well? And this is why I keep saying. Because the kind of sun that penetrate, if the plants them is not deep and deep enough, when the sun really penetrate these plants, these roots, what could happen when the plants push the young roots? When the plant push the young roots, the sun could kill those young roots because they don't have too much covering. So that could be a problem as well. This is why, this is how you learn to, this is a learning process for you to Lashos, because you say you now start doing gardening. So next year, try planting them a little deeper and see what's gonna happen. The heat is the best, is a beast, even for pepper in Tennessee. Oh wow. You know what? You see, this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. I have so much videos talking about this. Hi, the backyard life. How you doing? What's going on? Thank you for being here. All right. Yes. Okay. You knew, but guess what? You're gonna become a pro because the more you do this, the better you're gonna get. You're gonna learn even more. So I need you to do your research for next year on peppers. Try planting them a little deeper than what you did this year and see your result. This is how we learn. You know what I'm saying? When we do things a certain way, if it didn't work this way, we do it the other way. You know what I mean? And see which way work. But this growing with Hudson, she said that even in Tennessee, the heat was a beast. This is exactly what I'm talking about planting your plants deep. Because I was facing 90 degrees, 80 degrees, and without water. And I was not wetting my plant. And facing 90 degrees, 90 something degrees. And I still wasn't wetting my plant. You understand? Because of the depth. The depth, 12, guys, I plant my plants 12 inches deep, my peppers them. Most of my plants, I plant them 12 inches deep. And it's a big reason why I'm doing that. Oh, the force here, okay. Plant pepper deeper. Yes, plant your pepper deeper. I guarantee you, you will see a big change in your garden. And why I always say, why I always mention about planting your plants deep. Why I said this, right? You got to understand the sun, when the sun starts shining, the sun could kill stuff that's on the surface, especially without no water. The sun can really penetrate and kill certain thing within the soil right there. But the sun do not, it take real time for the sun to get down 12 inches deep. So in that area down there, you have moisture and you have a lot of nutrients and mineral underneath there. So these are reasons why I'm telling you guys this. So even though, like I did a video about 3 weeks without water, and plants still looking green. Why? Because of the depth. Because of the depth that I plant them, they're able to survive. So even though, remember, for the sun to get down 12 inches deep, it's going to take a while before it penetrates the surface and get down to that 12 inches. So meanwhile the sun is penetrating the surface, your plant's still getting moisture from under the soil, plus minerals and nutrients. Then we also every night or every early morning, we also get a little dew. A little dew fall for the plants them within that time. If you come out in the morning and walk through the grass with the slippers, you definitely gonna feel your toes them wet. So we know for sure that there's a dew fall at night. So once you able to get them plants deep down in the soil, you have a better chance of growing good, strong, healthy food that the plants can last you all summer until the frost. If you're using containers, guys, I keep saying this. I don't want to tell you guys what to do with your plants, but if you're looking to grow food and able to harvest continuously, then you can listen and apply it and see how it works for you, right? With container, guys, don't jam up your plants in these little containers. If you're doing it, if you doing little herbs, if you're doing little herbs, then yes. How can you plant a pepper tree in a little container like this? Doesn't make no sense. You're not gonna get nothing from it. Because from the time the root hit the surface of the container, it's not going nowhere else. And what's gonna happen? It's gonna start drying up, start dying. Then you lose a pepper plant. So what is more important? Losing a pepper plant or invest in a more bigger container? So we got to look in and see what make more sense to us. You know what I'm saying? Because I do in-ground, but I also do container because I just want to, my thing is motivating people. Get people to see that, listen me, I can do it too. This is my goal. Getting people to say, I can do it too. So I have containers too. But my plants, them, I have them in big pots. The herbs, them, I might have them in small pots because it's herbs. Some of them grow small, fine root. But when you're dealing with peppers, tomatoes, okra, all this kind of, any food you're dealing with, man, try to use bigger containers. If you're doing raised bed, say for instance, you're doing a raised bed, right? And the soil is really maybe rocks underneath, right? But you want to do a raised bed on top of the rocks. What I will do, I will build a raised bed with a 12 inches wide piece of wood. 12 inches wide. So you can put enough soil into that the plants can have enough, because you see the thing is with plants as well, plants have a main root, and that main root for that plant need room. The main root is the root that go down and sometimes it spread, and then the little young white root is the one that's growing. So while the plant getting bigger, these white roots keep growing. Now you have to make sure these white roots are covered. These white roots must be protected from with the soil. So there's a lot of tricks in this. If you know them, you just have to know them and use a great, everything will go nice for you. Bigger containers, yes, bigger containers. Stop wasting your time on these liquor containers. Don't waste your time. Me personally, the smallest container I will plant a pepper into is a 5-gallon bucket. And that's the smallest container. I'm not going any smaller. Plant a Garden TV, you started without me. Oh, I'm sorry. How you doing? I'm sorry. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry. Episode, all right. Hello, Clipty. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you, Angela Canvas. Thank you for being here. Thank each and every one of you for being here. Yes, guys. So to be successful in gardening, there's a lot of things you need to know. And you do not have to have a green thumb to able to grow food. You know, some people tell me, a lot of people tell me, man, you have a green thumb because everything you plant grows and produce so much. So you got to have a green thumb. But I just always tell them, I don't think I have no green thumb. I think it's what I've learned over the years. The things that I've learned over the years really helped me into knowing so much about the plants. So I don't think it's no green thumb. I think it's what you know about the plant. I noticed with my clay soil that had rock on top. The rocks are starting to surface because that clay soil is changing. At least that's what I think. Definitely. Basically, exactly your soil. And you know what? I'm glad you say that. I'm glad you say that. Growing with Hudson. Because why I'm glad you say that? I start out with clay soil. And what you say there is definitely what was happening to me. The rocks start pushing out, start walking the way out the soil because the soil start changing. You're right. So the rocks, nature walk in a kind of way you would not believe. And that's no joke. The rocks start pushing itself that you can see them now to take them out. Because now you're changing the soil into a soil where you're growing food. I'm glad you say that. You're right. You're definitely right. I do, Val City Girl God. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes. So your soil is very important. When come on gardening, your soil is very important, guys. Your soil, the size of your garden, the size of your container is very important. The depth you plant your plants is very important. So it's a few things is important in gardening, and you really do not need no green thumb to be a good gardener. All you need is knowing certain things. Make sure your soil is good. Make sure you plant your plants in big enough container, not these small containers. And plant your plants as deep as you can. And you're going to see a lot more result than you've been seeing. These things are keys to a garden. Keys to a garden. All right. Hey Tommy, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Yeah. Once you learn the basic of gardening, you on your way. And the good thing, you will keep learning, you will keep learning, and you will keep learning. Have an open mind in your garden. When I say open mind, I mean like willing to learn. Willing to learn. Because the more you learn, the more you're able to take care of these plants, the more these plants understand you, and you and the plants build a connection too. That might sound in a kind of way too. But yes, you and your plants could build that connection. I feel a certain energy when I'm in my garden. I feel that. I planted compost, humus, and topsoil and gray veggie last year on top of the clay soil. All right, and you get, how was that? How was your harvest growing with Hudson? I used to plant in clay, and my plants they used to grow pretty well still. But I understand over the years you gotta do something. You cannot just plant them in clay. Over, you have to do something with that soil. And what I use for the soil is keep mixing it with leaves, grass clippings, and all these other things over the years, and make my own compost every year. I have a compost pile that I just have with rotten tree trunk, rotten leaf, just there breaking down for itself. When that break down, I just come and add it to my garden. So this is how I turn clay soil into a real good disease. If you see where I'm planting now, you wouldn't believe it was clay. You would not. What about onion and garlic? How deep? Well, onion and garlic, maybe like an inch down. Onion and garlic, I plant them maybe like an inch down. Yes, they may need to go too deep. And the good thing about it, onion and garlic could stand cold weather. So even you plant them, cold weather will not bother them. But an inch down and you fine with onion. They does really well like in that form. For me, I use compost, humus, and topsoil. Or you use compost. Okay. Well, listen to me. You use whatever you have. But what I will say to you, try to use natural. Don't listen to me. Sometimes we're trying to build our soil and we adding stuff to the soil that killing the soil. You get what I'm saying? We trying to build our soil, but the stuff we add into the soil is killing it. So it don't make sense. So it's best you invest in trying to put natural stuff, because the next thing, guys, your soil will not build overnight. Remember that. It's not going to happen overnight. But you still could plant your food while you're building your soil. So remember, this soil is not going to grow overnight. So guess what? I'm going to take my time and add natural stuff to the soil and keep building it. Within 2-3 years, you have a soil that you can't believe. You know what I'm saying? You have a soil so rich that you cannot even believe this soil is rich like that. Anything you plant growing, because you don't have nothing inside it killing it. You building the soil, not killing it. You building it. it was pretty good, but that helped the clay soil for this year. Exactly. It helped it for this year. So that's it changing the soil. What you add in changing the soil. So now you start building a soil. You start building a soil now. So do not add no craziness to your soil. You start out a soil that you can turn into a super soil. But you cannot add all kind of stuff. Only add natural stuff. Leaves, grass, clippings, natural things, and you could create decent, healthy soil for your plant. You know, these guys, these things are very important. What I'm telling you guys here, what I'm sharing here is very, very important. If you want, you could go and look at my videos. Look at the plants. Look at the plants, how they're so green and fresh. And no form of chemical, nothing was added. Leaf, dry leaf, rotten tree trunk, break down. Then I might go through the bushes, scrape some leaf, get some compost under them. That's what I feed the plant with. I also use ashes, like from my grill outside when I burn wood. Because I have a grill, sometimes I cook right in the garden. So the ashes from the wood, I also use that and throw around the plant. These things really help your garden. Because if I'm encouraging anyone to grow some food, I want to encourage you to grow healthy food, not just growing food. Because you need food with nutrition, minerals, all these things. You need food with that. So you have to grow food with these things. You can add a lot of things to your food and take away the minerals from the soil. Remember, healthy soil, healthy plant, healthy food. Love it. Don't add no craziness to it. Yes, yes. Don't add no craziness to your soil. Grow your food the natural way. Listen to me. You don't want to have, some people, you go into the supermarket and see some pepper, they big so. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of time, these pepper have no nutrients inside them. No, you understand? No nothing. Because there's a lot of stuff added for them to grow so fast. So because of that, that could take away a lot of stuff from the plant itself, from the food itself. But when you grow them natural, those fruits, those vegetables full of nutrients and minerals inside of them. And that's what your body needs. You know, sometimes there's people will say, oh, I eat only vegetables. I don't eat this, no other kind of food. I only eat vegetables. But yes, you eating vegetables, right? But if the vegetables you eating have no vitamins, no minerals inside of them, they're not doing nothing for your body. So he says, see how important it is to have food where these minerals are eating food with minerals, because it's important to us. It's not just eating the food and the food is not giving us nothing. So what I'm saying is, if you growing your own food, try to grow it as natural as possible. I'm not telling you you got to grow it 100% natural. Try your best to grow it as natural as possible, because you will enjoy it more. You definitely will enjoy it more. And I even believe your plant's going to produce a lot more for you as well. And there also is timing when planting. Timing with the days. There's planting days. There's days to harvest. And these days is good to know as well. Planting on a planting day make your plants grow a lot better. I remember, right? I remember, and you wouldn't believe this. These older guys, like my father, his father, these guys know the planting day out their head. You know what I'm saying? No, they have books for it now. But these guys know the planting days out their head because they know when to plant. They know when to plant. And every time my father plant food, it either rain the same day or the day after. And I used to say, but Dad, how you do that? He used to tell me, you're going to learn. And over the years, I have grown and realized it can happen. Oh, yes. Planting days, there's planting days that can make your garden grow really well. Hey, Cassandra Soulful, Dad, how you doing? What's up? Thank you for being here. Yeah, we just here talking about if do you need a green thumb to grow a garden. And you really don't. You don't need a green thumb. There's just things you need to know. And once you know these things and have them down pat, you could just go in your garden and just know that it's going to be successful. You could just go and plant your food and know I'm going to have a successful year. Because you already, the energy, and number one, you got to go with that energy too. This year, going to be successful. And the next thing, guys, when you planting food or whatever you planting, don't pay attention. Pay more attention to the plants them that's showing that they need your attention. Don't allow them to die. Don't allow them to die. Let them pay more attention to them. Because sometimes you'll be surprised that same plant, all it need was some care. And because you give it that care, that same plant come and produce so much you can't even believe. I do not like to see a plant die in my garden. If I plant you, I want you to grow. This is why I plant you. Because I want you to grow and produce. All right? So guys, if you want to be a gardener, there's whatever you're doing, container garden, raised bed garden. If you want to be that and be very successful, do not use this little small pot. Invest in bigger pot. And the next thing with container, guys, I want to tell you guys this as well. I mean, I say this in almost all my videos. If you using containers, right? If you're using containers and you're buying the soil from the store, the compost, whatever it is, always try to get some soil, some dirt, and mix with it instead of just using the compost just that you buy. Always get some soil and mix with it, because the soil is we're gonna help keep the root of the plant moisture. because sometimes those compost, the water just run right through. But with the dirt, it helps keep the moisture for the container, in the container for the root. That is very important as well. Hey, my journey to success, aka our journey to success. Thank you for being here. Rest in peace to my cucumber plant. One died, I planted 10 more. It was some type of leaf disease. Oh, wow. You know what? Sometimes that come by. Because you know what? Even with my peaches, I saw some of my peaches start turning a kind of way. And someone tell me it's a fruit fly land on them and lay the eggs. And I pick one the peach and I bust it open and I see a worm inside of it. So the person who tell me it was, I think they're right. So, but this is the challenges with gardening, guys. There's a lot of challenge in gardening. So, but you cannot get discouraged. Okay? You cannot get discouraged. Growing with Hudson, you see the area where you plant those cucumber? Get some more and plant them in a different area. Don't plant them back that same spot. That sometimes does be the problem. The location of the plant sometimes does be the problem. So if you planting it in a certain area and you realize it's not doing well this area, switch it to another location, and that might be better for you. So try that out. I'm looking forward to make my own compost. Yes, you definitely should. You definitely should. And it's not that hard to make your own compost. It's not that hard. Some people use their banana skin, whatever skin they got, they peel. People use all different things. But the reason why I do not use a lot of these things, even fruits and all things, because sometimes, I don't know if you ever eat a fruit. I eaten a fruit before, and while I'm peeling, while I'm taking it, I see a worm inside of it. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we could be adding stuff to our garden from these things that we don't need in our garden. Sometimes these things we keep add. If I grow the food, fine. If I grow it, I don't mind add it in my compost. But if I get it from somewhere, I don't want to add it, because sometimes fruits, vegetables, all these things come with worms sometimes that we do not need in our garden. Things that could come and bite down your root of your plant. So that's the reason why I do not use them. Okay, so I'm not telling you not to use them, but I have my reason why I don't use. I just let nature break it down for me. Yes, that's what I did. Thanks, fam. All right. This is, once you planting and you see, this is why I said as well, know your plants. Know what they like. Know if they like the sunlight. Know if they like the water. Know what they like so you know where to plant them. It is very important. Nothing with seed in your compost. No, I don't put nothing with seed in my nothing. The only thing I put, like you see, every fall, right? What I do every fall, I rake up the leaf them every fall, rake them up, show them in a heap. Then all the weeds all through the year, I throw them in a heap. Then In the winter, all the grass that dry down through the winter, I just leave them right there. And then mix them in with the dirt in the winter. Mix them in with the dirt. Every year I do, every fall I do this. So my soil, nothing added but natural stuff. The dirt, the leaf, the grass clipping, rotten tree trunk. That's the only thing I use. And you grow healthy looking food in this form. Don't give up on that, guys. Those squash vines, broker keep killing my squash. I almost had them beat this year. I think I'll try something different next year. That's the thing about gardening. Try something different anytime you're doing something and you get a problem. Try something different the next year, because this is how you want to know what you got to do. Once this give problem, try something new. And what you using the squash vines barriers or the barriers? You know what I did? Because they're kind of delicate to the squash, kind of delicate, so you got to be careful as well too. Yes, you definitely got to be careful as well. Or sometimes you're trying to move the squash and it pop. Yeah, you got to be careful with that as well. I'm in apartment. I'm in an apartment and collect leaf for mines too. Yes, that's, and you see for your clay soil growing with Hudson, that's something you that will turn your soil into a super soil. I'm telling you right now. Next year or two, you wouldn't believe the kind of soil you have. Just keep using natural stuff. Just keep using natural stuff. And you're going to see. Okay, only use what is in my garden. I haven't started my garden yet. Probably some of my first harvest will be starting compost. Okay. I'm not telling you not to use other stuff, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I don't like to introduce different thing to my garden that might destroy my plants. So this is why I try to stay away from a lot of these things. Only if I grow them, I use them as compost. I do not like adding stuff. Because I see in food, you see worms. Some people add meat. But when you look at the meat, you see all kind of worms and all kind of stuff coming out of it. I'm not sure if they're valuable in my garden. So I'm not going to be doing that. Hello, Root Shoot and Garden Boots. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Everything you have said makes so much sense. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hey, David, how you doing, man? What's going on? Thank you for being here. When I move to a house, I'm thinking making most of good soil. I've no. Okay, I understand. Well, at least you know what? You still doing your thing. And I'm happy. I'm really happy for that. To know that you still doing your thing. And I know when you move, you will do bigger things. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. All right. You have a question, Lashas? You want to come up or you want to send the question? Okay, let me see. Okay, if anyone want to come, the link is in the description. If anyone want to come on. Can I just put the grass clipping on the roots? Yes, you could do that as well. You can definitely do that as well. It will break down. It will break down. So you definitely can do that. You can just, you see, like all right, you see when you cut your lawn, all those grass clipping, use them in your bed, in your raised bed. You're gonna create a real decent soil right there. Throw them around the plants, around your pepper. They're gonna keep break down till they eventually turn compost. Don't throw them away. You're welcome. Yes. What I use my clippings with. Like if I get clippings, right? What I use it with, I use it and I throw it in a heap. I allow mine to basically break down. But here what I do, every fall, I don't like to plant food in the fall because, to me, because when I do a garden, right, this garden does produce food until the last frost. When the last frost come and hit them, sometimes my pepper is still loaded with pepper, with young pepper when the frost come and hit them. So all the okra, the pepper, edos and these plants still standing. So I'm harvesting all through till November. So me planting in the fall, the most thing I will plant in the fall is garlic. That's all I'm planting in the fall. I'm not planting nothing else in the fall. My thing is using the fall to build my soil. That's what I do. So in the fall, I start scraping all these leaves and throw them in my raised bed and them. All the leaves, I scrape them and throw them and mix them with the soil. So every year I do this. So because I'm doing this, it comes and create, it starts creating that soil over and over and over. So this is why the soil has transformed from clay. Now the soil is black. You see what I'm saying? So instead of me fighting to plant in the fall, which I don't think the fall crop do too much for me because most of my plant is the cabbage, the collard greens, and then if I plant the cabbage, my cabbage them does bolt. So turn seeds, so it's a waste of time. So to me, planting in the fall is waste of time for me. So I'm not planting in the fall, but I'm definitely gonna be harvesting right down until the fall. Thank you, thank you. Hey, good night, teacher P. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, guys. So everything I said here tonight, everything I said is what I do in my garden. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I mention is what I do in my garden. So, and I did not just gain these knowledge, I learned from some older people, my father, my brother, those older guys in the village used to teach me from. I'm doing good, teacher. I'm doing good. All right. Yes. So these guys from a little boy, because my parents was farmers. So I always around food, plant, animal. I always was basically around these things. But I had people to teach me. And that's a blessing. You know what I mean? That's a blessing having people to really teach you these kind of things that you can grow and able to plant your own food, able to survive. You know, it's a blessing. So to me now, I'm just trying to share the knowledge that has been passed on to me. That's all I'm trying to do. Share, because I know a lot of new gardeners want to plant food, and I'm just trying to give little tips that can boost you up a little more faster. You know what I'm saying? Because learning it's gonna take time, because the more you plant, you're gonna take time. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, Gina versus Gina. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. This fall, just start my garden knowing I'm not going to eat. Just use the harvest for soil preparation. Arizona has no soil but desert for. Oh wow. Oh wow. Well, I know. Well, if you're in the desert, I know you're exposed to a lot of leaves. So walk on the leaves, the grass clipping. Start getting them, because you'll be surprised in 2 years the kind of soil you get from these leaves and grass clippings and these kind of stuff. I mean, you could use. It's up to you. You can use fruits and these things. You could do that, but I don't do it because I'm not trying to introduce anything in my garden. No worms that don't need it. So I don't want to tell people, oh, don't use this, don't use that. I don't want to do that. I'm just saying what I'm not using. But start getting them leaf together, Angela Canvas. Start getting them. Hello, Archie Willis. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you, Urban Gardening. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, for being here. Yes. So, like I was saying, so, I was grateful to born. When my parents them had me changing animals and doing all this kind of stuff, I used to piss off sometimes because I want to go hang with my friends. But I can't go because they have me, oh no, you got to go change the sheep, you got to feed the fowl. But you know what? I'm so grateful they was like that. Because today, to honestly, to able to grow your own food is a blessing. It's a blessing to able to grow your own food. So if I can help in any form to share some knowledge about growing food, I definitely will. Yes, I definitely will. Yes. So you do not need a green thumb to grow a garden. You just got to study your plants, build your soil the best way you can, the best way you can. I know not everyone have the access to dry leaf and rotten tree trunk and all these things. I know that. But whatever you're using, use whatever you can. Use whatever you have until you could get what you want, okay? Yes, it's definitely a blessing. Yes, use whatever you have until you can get what you want. But get that food in the ground. All right? I've seen so much things growing food that I remember this very well. I remember this very well. I had I know a guy, right? He was well, he doing his own compost. He had a compost bin. And he was, putting all kind of stuff inside the bin. Anything he get, meat, food, everything he putting inside there. And yes, it did create and it did break down. But then we start to see some real big fat, insect. I don't know what the hell it was. You know what I'm saying? And I'm asking him, I'm saying, man, you sure you want this thing in your garden? And he said, of course. He said, this will do well in my garden. And he used the compost and with everything, put it in his garden. And for what I see happen to his garden, that made me say no fruits, no meat, nothing unless I plant it is going in my garden. I'm not trying to scare you guys. Make your compost how you can. Do it the best way you can. I just can't. Okay, hold on. Alana! Sorry, guys, sorry. Yes, just make it the best way you can. As natural as possible. And you're going to get great result, guys. Wait, I see. Hey, Pop, Con Lodges, how you doing? Thank you for being here. All right, Green with Hudson, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Have a wonderful week. All right. Yes, guys. So let's go back over a few things. Let's go back over a few things, right? The way I grow food, right? The way I plant food. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me go in the chat for a minute. Planter, I grew up the same way. Yeah, oh yes. That yeah, James, I used to be mad as hell when my friends them playing and I gotta go change the animal. I used to be mad as hell. But I ain't regret it, brother. I ain't regret it at all. I ain't regret it. Because now I can honestly, guys, my back. And you develop these skills over the years too. It really don't happen overnight, right? But I create my garden to be like basically a supermarket. You check what I'm saying? Like how you come outside, you drive, go to the supermarket, or you walk, go to the supermarket, whatever you do. But I can just walk out with a bowl and walk in the garden. I can get mint, I can get pepper, I can get tomatoes, I can get squash. Just walk in the garden every day. And okra. I could get okra as well. So it's like a supermarket. If you feel like, you know what? Feel like eating some okra today. You just walk out with a bowl, pick some okra. I mean, what is better than that? But you need a space. You need a space to try and plant, to do stuff like that. And if you're doing it in a container, guys, don't limit yourself. Do not limit yourself, even you planting in a containers. All right? Don't limit yourself. Your garden is much like the produce section, the market. Yes, yes, definitely. You can definitely go and this will happen from now go right down to November. This is how I set it up every year. So it keep me from going to the supermarket. But guys, if you don't have a big space, right? You don't have a big space. Say, for instance, you have a small backyard. You still can grow some food in that backyard. You know what I'm saying? You could grow, all you got to do, put the pots them not too far from each other. You could grow a lot of food in container in a space 10 feet by 10 feet. You could grow a lot of food in a space like that. And don't forget, invest in containers that's big enough. Don't waste your time with these little containers because you're trying to plan that your plant could grow for a long period of time and able to produce as much food for you. All right. I have something that I'm growing better in containers. Okay. Like what you have growing better in containers, which I do believe there's things do pretty well in containers. I do believe that, but like what I'm saying is the size of the container. That's matter. You could grow a lot of things in containers, but it's the size of that container that matters and what you have in that container, the soil that you have in that container. Hi life with Alan, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. I had mixed feelings about it then, but now I have grown up and know better. Oh, yeah, James. Man, I used to be mad. But boy, it really come and did well for me. So I'm so grateful. My corn is growing and in containers, and my container corn is doing better. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay. The one in the container is doing better. All right. I'm sure it's going to happen like that from time to time. But this is what I'm saying. Do not limit yourself with containers. You can grow good food in containers, healthy food, strong plants, but the size of the container and that soil in that container will make a big difference. Do you mean start seed too? No, no, yes, no, no, with the seeds, right? The seeds, no, you ain't got to plant in big containers with the seed, which you can. But when you transplanting them, say for instance, you sow the seed and now they reach to the height and you want to transplant them, then I will say make sure you put them in a big enough container. that that plant could grow as big as it like. This is why, listen to me, I have pepper tree over 4 feet now and growing. And this young pepper tree, over 4 feet, still growing. Usually they get way over my head, some of them, not all, some of them. But if you, because the root is anchored in the ground, and then the plant itself able to grow. But when you have them in these little containers, it back in the plant from grow. And when you back them, they will not produce as much. From the time they produce, then you see the leaves start drying. So it's important to invest in bigger pot, guys. Honestly. Yes, everything I grow is in container. Yes, I would not limit. I'm growing lemon in container. I'm growing yam in container. You know, avocado in, you can use container. I will not limit myself from container. Just the size of the container I will look into. After your other life, I'm not buying anything under 10 10 gallon container. No, no, listen me. I agree. The bigger the container, OG, your plants will grow bigger and produce a lot more for you. I'm speaking from experience. And I, okay, guys, I just want you to try it. Plant up, you have two of the same plant. Put them in a small container, one in a small container and one in a big container, and see the results. And you want to see the result. I personally will not waste my time with these liquor containers because I already know I'm not going to get as much as I would like from this plant. It's going to produce, then when the root hit the container, it's going to start dying out. No, your pepper, your okra, your peppers, your okra should last you all through the summer into the fall until your last frost. They should produce continuously. Most of my food in the raised bed are growing nicely. Okay. All right. What you use for compost? Mine to Gina versus Gina. It's a good way. Yeah. You know, it ain't gardening ain't that hard, guys. It ain't that hard. It's just simple things that okay, you could just chuck your food and they can grow. But are you satisfied with a tomato plant giving you 3 tomatoes and then it ain't producing no more? Or you rather your tomato bearing every 2 3 days you can go outside and pick tomatoes? It's up to you which one you rather. I personally rather to go out every 3 days and come in with a bowl of ripe tomatoes than to waste all this time taking care of a plant and only get 3 little tomatoes from it. So I'm just sharing information that can help you guys get more out of your plant. Do not waste your time with these little small containers. They will not give you as much as you would like. I agree. Larger container your plants will produce better and way more fruit. Yes, this is truth. I agree. Yes. Yes, I have 5 40-gallon containers. Yes, invest in big containers. You get better production from your plants. And some big containers you have there, Duval, they go do well. Chicken and cow manure. Well, you know what? Chicken and cow manure is good manure. They do really well. They do really well. Especially, I mean, they do well. But the one I will use, if I'm using, I don't use them, but if I have to use like cow manure, I will rather it be like the grass fed. But cow manure do really good. So you have chicken and cow manure together. Oh yes, them plants gonna grow lovely. Yeah, them plants gonna grow lovely. That's two serious manure you have combined there. Yeah, makes sense. Yes, guys. So it's just this. Once you get the basic, you good to go. Trust me. The basic, try to make good soil, big enough container. Make sure your container is big enough. Plant your plants deep. I will say that at least 10 inches. I put them 12 inches, but 10 inches ain't bad. After it rain, I'm giving you guys all the keys. After it rain, anytime it rain, okay? Let me tell you this. Anytime it rain, after the rain stop, you go out in your garden and you mold up your plants them. You soften up the roots them. You make sure you soften up the roots around your plants. Why did I say that? When it rain, the rain, especially when it rain heavy, the rain beats the soil, really trample the soil. Then when the sun come out, the sun dry out the water and harden that soil. Start hardening that soil. But if you rake and then when it's gonna come like a surface. It's gonna create like a surface. But if you rake that soil, wake it up, rake it up, even the sun come, the air will still able to flow through. So this is something very important as well. And this goes for container too. It doesn't matter whether it's in ground or container. Same thing apply. These things help you do a great, do wonders in your garden. Guys, I'm just telling you, if whatever I'm telling you here is what I'm doing in my garden, and you could check, you could just go and check one video, a harvest video, and you're gonna see every 2 3 days I'm coming out with a bowl full of vegetables. And then I have tons of videos showing how to grow your food. But I'm basically giving you the information here that you can try. I'm not telling you to start plant food the way you plant your food. I'm just sharing some information that might help. You know what I mean? Might help you learn more about a plant or the best way to plant to get more out of a plant. Thank you, Lashes. Thank you. Yes, I'm working on content to upload now. All right, Cassandra South Fulton Gardner. We be looking forward for your videos. I will start doing that. I already walk my garden after a rain, but have never raked the soil. Greeting for plant. Yes, this is very important because let me tell you a little something as well. Let me tell you a little something as well. When you rate this, remember, right? The garden, the plants, when you see it rain, right? When you see it rain, these plants push a lot of new roots, white new roots. If you notice, when it's rain, 2-3 days after your plants them look way different. They get bigger, they get more fruits, the fruits them get bigger, everything get big when it's rain. So when it's rain, the white roots grow up, start pushing out. So now you got to soften that soil because now you want when them white roots start pushing out, the soil is soft enough for them to push out. This is how you get big plants. And this is where a lot of people don't understand. The more you put soil around these plants and in order to cover these new roots, the bigger your plant's gonna get. And they're gonna produce a lot more. So it's very important after the rain to walk around your plant and soften those roots. Very important. Yes, you are. Your garden is so healthy. Thank you, Miss Audrey. Yes, because in the spring, if you notice, a lot of the videos I was talking about was more about the soil, the healthy soil. A lot of my video, I was more talking about the soil, creating your soil, healthy soil, what the nutrition. Why I was talking about this? Because I know the importance of it. The soil, the healthy soil, and know the importance. So I was doing a lot of videos about it and how to plant and how to. Now I'm just relaxing. Now it's harvest time for me. I already put in the walks in my garden. So now I'm just walking in my garden every day and pick what I want. So very important. All right. Spoon and with Sunshine Homestead, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. All right. Yes, guys. So, as the topic say, do you need a green thumb to plant a garden? And I will say again, no, you don't. You just need to know certain information. And once you gather these information and apply them, you could grow good, healthy food without any problem. This is not no joke. Try to plant your plants deep. If you're using containers, make sure they're big enough. If you're buying soil from the store, make sure you add some dirt to that soil. Very important. Plant your plants 10 to 12 inches deep. Try to create your own compost if possible. Let me tell you guys, sometimes, right, I plant my plants them so deep, right? And when it's rain, the water go down in the hole and cover the plants while it's raining. That's how deep I plant them. You know? But once that happens, the water gonna just soak itself away. But I love planting them that deep. Because and here the next thing as well, right? When you plant them deep and you know you softening up around the earth, around the root, you're not gonna be damaging the root because the root is down under the ground. So you're not gonna be damaging the root. But if you just plant them 6 inches on top of the surface, 6 inches deep, I don't think that's good enough. Because sometimes, say for instance, right? Say for instance, you plant a pepper 6 inches deep, right? And your pepper and a serious wind come and hit that pepper. It could just break the whole pepper tree down. Blow it out the root. But if it's deep, the most might happen, it might pop the limb. If it pop the limb, the pepper still can grow. The pepper still can grow. So there's a lot of benefit in planting deep, guys. Lot of benefit. Yes, when you guys start all your garden, all the new gardeners up in here, because my thing is encouraging new gardeners to get in the garden and plant their food. So, anyhow, you start pushing your channel, let me know. Notify me, let me know that you start your channel, that we can check you out. Anyhow, guys, you know what? I'm going to have a giveaway. Usually, I have a giveaway in October. The reason why I do have a giveaway in October is because that's the time I try to get a new gardener or someone who start gardening already to expand. So this year, okay, this year, I want to do a giveaway. But the giveaway I want to do is I want to give someone, a couple people, seeds from every plant I have in my garden. Not every plant, every different variety of plants I have in my garden. So that's the beans, okras. I have different type of okras, tomatoes, so much different type of peppers. So I want to give somebody seeds from every different plants I have, which I have about 50 different type of plants. So that will be my giveaway, so they could get prepared to start a garden for next spring. So I'm gonna harvest all my seeds, and there's gonna be a winner that's gonna get seeds from every kind of food that I have in my plant. You guys hearing me right? Yes, yes, definitely. Someone will be winning every, will be getting seeds from every different plant I have in my garden. And that will be a lot of seeds. Yeah. Thank you, Spoon with Sunshine Homestead. Thank you. No, I try to I try to do it every give away every year. And you know what I mean? I think I do think it will be awesome as well because this will be a lot of seeds because I have so many different type of squash. I have so many different type of okra, so many different type of peppers, so many different type of beans, so many different type. Yeah. So that was me. Oh man, you want some seed? Okay, I can get you some seeds, but that will be when I harvest, when I do my harvest, which I'm already start see. I already start saving seed already. Yeah, I already start saving seed. Thank you, Miss Audrey. Thank you. Where do I send my address? Yes, I will. I try to save. Honestly, I have a lot. Right now, I have so much okra seed right now. And I think I want to get rid of them because those seed, I have them for like 3 years. And I set some a couple days ago and I see them bust. But I don't want to hold them no more because I don't know how long they're going to last. Because this year I'm going to be bringing in more fresh okra seeds. So I'm definitely trying to get rid of some of those as well. So what do we have to do to it? Okay. Well, I might be asking a few questions about gardening. You know what I mean? A few questions about gardening. Maybe I might have more than one giveaway that night, but it will be about seeds. Only seeds I'm giving away. So more than one people could win. But it's gonna be. I might ask a few questions about gardening. That's basically what it's gonna be about. I am someone. Yeah, what you want? You need seed, Miss Audrey? Listen to me. I have, I give away a lot of seed in, I think was in, all in the spring. Yeah, all in the spring, I give away a lot of seed. Because honestly, I don't know how the seeds them last. So I don't want to hold them up for too long. I don't want to hold them up for too long. So if new one coming in this year, why not get rid of the old one? And then this year, I'm going to have so much that some couple people will can win some seeds. But it's going to be some question about gardening, basically about what I just be talking about. I might ask, how deep do you plant a pepper? How deep did I say to plant? How deep I plant my pepper tree? If you could answer that, then you understand because I talk about it so much time that if you follow in my channel, you're supposed to know. I have started saving some seed as well. Yes, you're supposed to. You're supposed to. You should save some seeds. That's awesome. Am I the only one that saves seeds, forget to label and have to plant them to figure out what you honestly no, you're not the only one. The only difference with me is I might know the seed. If I see the seed, I kind of know the seed. By doing it for so long, it kind of make me, from the time I say, oh, this is a okra seed, this is a squash seed, I kind of recognize them. But you're not the only one, Urban Girl. No, Ox, I have done the same. Yep. No, you are not the only one. Always. I've started seeds that I didn't label and had to let it go to figure out what it was. Yeah, yes, you's not the only one. I only recognize them because I have an idea or the looks of it. But I really don't label them. All right, bless up, bless up. Nope. Time to rewatch all your videos to study for people to pop with. Well, I mean, in most of my life, especially when I'm talking about gardening, I basically say these things. So I don't think it will be hard because I say these things all the time. But yes, if you watch some videos, you definitely will love me. All right, okay, okay, spoon with sunshine homes there, definitely 10 to 12 inches deep. All right, okay. Yes, yes, guys. So yeah, so I wanna have yeah. So that gonna be in October. Yeah, done in October. So the person can get whatever get prep and ready for the spring. So you ain't have to buy no seed. Is gonna be a lot of seed. I'm thinking it might be too much seed for one person. So maybe I might have to do a giveaway for several people because that's gonna be a lot of seed. I'm gonna save some and I'm gonna give away the rest of it. So some couple people gonna be very lucky, and most of these seeds, right? Most of these seeds come from a long line of 10, 12 years old. When I say 10, 12 years old, what I mean, I've been saving them, saving and planting for over 10 years. So these seeds, most of them coming from that line. It's not like I just start planting them. They coming from a line of, so there's good seed, good healthy seed that grows natural. So seed like this will be a blessing, trust me. Seed like this that grows natural with full, nothing added to that plant will be some good seed to have. And if anybody who win these seeds, just know you get some good seeds, for real. Any seed I give away, and I do give away seed from time to time. These are seed that grows without any form of chemical, only natural product from the bushes, the rotten tree trunk. So you know you have some good seeds. I love learning from you all. Yes, Thank you, thank you. I mean, there's a lot of gardeners up in here, and we all have something to share. We all have something to share. And however we can help, we definitely gonna help. This is a prize. Yes, this is definitely a priceless giveaway. Definitely. I don't think, no, for real. This is some, because you know these days we don't know about the seeds these days. You know what I mean? Every year we get in seed, but we don't know about them. But these seeds come from a period of years that never no kind of chemical fertilizer never go wrong them wrong the plants them. So it's some good healthy seeds. Hey my Renaissance grandma, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Living life with destiny. Hi Planter Garden, how are you? I'm doing good. How you doing? Thank you for being here. And I'm gonna have another giveaway again. I need somebody. I'm gonna give somebody a bag of compost that break down from my compost bin. But that person have to be a gardener, and well, have to be a gardener, and I will wanna see what they use. I will love to see whatever they use with that bag of compost. I will love to give somebody a bag of compost that nature breakdown in my garden. I will love to do that. But it can't be too far because the shipping might be ridiculous. So it's got to be somebody not too far. I just want, because I'm talking about, I want, basically why I'm doing this, because I talk about these things. So I just want to show a little proof of what I'm talking about. So somebody get a bag of compost that nature breakdown in my backyard, I think, and they grow the food, and they must just show me. That will be awesome, for real. Because that person will be able to say, yes, I get this from Planter Garden, and it's really, say the result they get from it. How far is too far? Well, it's not really, It depends on, maybe it's one bag, so it mightn't be that bad. To you, Miss Oji, it mightn't be that bad because it's one bag. I just want to give somebody a bag of compost to really see what I'm talking about and see how these compost is so rich and is so different than what you will go in the store and pick up. This ain't no joke. Fine and dark and, you know, yes, shipping ridiculous. One small padded envelope is about 10. That's the thing. You're right, Duval. That's the thing. The shipping is ridiculous because it goes by the weight as well. Yeah, it goes by the weight. Yeah, so that's what I want to give away in October. A bag of compost, and and I also, thank you, Miss Audrey. Also, I want to give somebody a few Edo plants. I've been talking about Edo. I want to give somebody a few Edo plants. You could plant them in container. You could plant them outdoor. And the good thing about it is when you harvest them, you could cut the head and replant it and it come back for the next year. That's the good thing about it. I will love, because like I said, I'm talking about things, but I also want to show. Edos, not much people don't know about Edos, but you could type in Google, check out what is Edos, and check the um the benefit of Edos. Edo, and check out the benefit of Edos. Edo is a plant that goes well in the Caribbean island. They grows them a lot, but they also grows in the U.S., in Canada. They grow mostly everywhere. It looks something like elephant ears. Elephant ears. It looks something like that. The leaf look like elephant ears, but it's not elephant ears. And elephant ears cannot. I don't think elephant ears is edible. But the Edo, and you also have Tanya. You know what, Duval? I have. If you really want to know about it and see how it looking, I have a video that I posted a couple days ago where I'm showing you the Edo leaf, the dashing leaf, the tan. I basically did a video about it. About 3 days ago, it named How to Grow Caribbean Island Food. That video will give you more explanation about Edo. At the same time, it's showing you. Or you can go on Google, type it in, and you can get the benefit of it and all these things. So, yes, so that's what I want to give away for the year coming. Yes. Yes, check it out. It's a listen to me. We grew up eating that food. The baby, it's like it grow under the ground like potato, and you could boil it, you could smash it, you could use it and make porridge, you could mash it and eat it like how you eat mashed potato. You could do a lot of things with it. You could cook it just like you cook potato and eat it like a soup, like with like you might cook potato in a boiling or something. However, and it have good lots of benefit in it as well. Yes. So that's what I want to do for the year, before the year end. Yes, guys. So the topic was, do you have to have a green thumb to grow food? No, you don't have to. You just need to know some key stuff, some key information, and you can be a successful gardener within a year or two. You ain't got to be doing gardening for no 5, 10 years for be a successful gardener. Once you understand the basic of it, you must learn about the plant. You must, number one, before you start a garden, when the sun is up, you walk out in the garden and you look where the sun is shining the most. You use that whole day and you locate the sun, where it's shining in your garden. You locate and you see where it shines the most. Then you want to know which plant you planting that really love the sun. That really love the sun. Then you look at the plant that do not like too much sun. So after you find out these things, so now you know, okay, I'm gonna plant this in the sun because this plant loves the sun. I'm gonna plant you in the cooler side that only get maybe 2 3 hours of sun because you do not love the sun. You see, these things are very important in gardening because the sun, a lot of plants do not love too much sun. Tiff Colin, how you doing? Love your videos, my brother. In my brother-in-law, I sent me your video. Wait. Love your video. My brother-in-law sent me your video. Love all your information on your garden. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, I basically post videos every week, sometimes 3 4 times a week. So I have lots of videos still coming. All right. There's an app called Lumos. If anyone need help, it show how the sun tracks. Okay. All right. So guys, Roots, Shoot and Garden Boots said there's an app near Lumos that can help with basically track the sun. Because honestly, the sun is very important in your garden, the sunlight. And don't try to plant them under a tree. You try to, stay away from the tree. Like for instance, don't plant a pepper tree. A matter of fact, any plant with blossom that push out flowers, blossom, try not to plant them under a tree. The reason why I'm saying that, right, is because when the rain comes, when the rain come and it comes to the tree, the raindrops get more heavy. And it will beat off all your blossom, all your flowers, all your little plant off of that tree. Those heavy raindrops, I experienced it before. So I'm just trying to avoid you from having that same problem. In the same place you're in now. In the same. Wait, James, I don't wait. In the same place you're in now, planter. Wait, what you mean, James? I don't understand. James, could you explain more to me? I'm not sure what you say, what you mean. Yes, so guys, you do not need a green thumb and you do not need 5 10 years to be a great gardener. All you need is these information, and you're good to go. Yes, you could just throw some seed or you could just chuck something in the dirt. Yes, you can do that. Yes, they might even grow too. But how much are you gonna get from them? And that's my thing. How much are you gonna get from them? So you got to care for them. You got to care for the plants. You got to care them. You got to basically give the plants what they want, and they will able to produce more for you. So I line out a lot of keys for you guys about the size of the container, the soil, the depth you plant in them, all these things. Once you have these down pack, you ain't got to worry. I just moved from apartment to house. I'm just learning this yard. It's mostly direct sun. On well, okay. Well, oh, you say you're in mostly a desert, right? So most, you see, you know, God will choose plant that love hot sun. Angela Canvas Delight. You have to choose plants that love hot sun. You cannot plant, wait, you cannot plant certain plant because the sun will kill them. So you got to choose plants that love hot sun. Okay? Oh, wait, Tiff, when you say you love my God and information, you love my God and knife. All right, thank you. Mhm. Keep your eyes on shade, close, and wait for sale. Angela, you selling? Keep your eyes on shade, close, and wait for sale. Okay, okay, okay. All right, Urban Girl, I got you. I got you. She said, waiting, keep your eyes on shade, close, to help, basically to help you with the sun. Yeah. Yes. Yes, you definitely gonna need to find some plants. Ah, as Urban Girl says, garden say, you might have to have a shade because a lot of these plants, the sun might kill them, or just use plants that love hot sun. Pepper do love hot sun. Tomato do love hot sun. So that's two plants you have right there that go do pretty well in the heat. So just don't waste your time, just do some research and find out which plant really love the sun, or you create somewhere that can shade the plants that you can able to grow your food. Amazon and God is okay. Yes, so just grow, just guys, don't get discouraged. Just keep growing your food. Sometimes, especially for the new gardeners, sometimes you might meet challenges, right? You might meet challenges in your garden. Sometimes you might plant a plant and then it might die. Sometimes you might see a plant growing and then you see the leaves start drying. Listen me guys. If you if you if you in your garden and you're watching a plant and the plant look like the leaf is drying, right? That doesn't mean the plant need fertilizer. Okay? A lot of people do that. From the time they see a leaf dry, oh no, this plant needs some fertilizer. Most of the time, that's not the problem. A lot of times, it can be water, too much water. Sometimes it could be not enough water. Sometimes it could be something eating up the root. So if you notice that, it's for you to either you give it a little more water just to see. You ain't see no progress. You just ease away from the water. Start giving it less water. Because this is how you really learn about plants and in your garden and know what your plants need. Not all the time it need fertilizer. Sometimes maybe too much water, maybe not enough water, maybe there's something eating up the root. When I see a plant like that, I pay more attention to that plant because the others and them already growing nice. So they don't really need much attention. No, I pay more attention to the one that's not looking too healthy. And the thing about it with gardening too, guys, while your plant is young, that's when you need to pay attention to those plants. Okay? While a plant is young, okay. Yes, while a plant is young, that's when the plant need all the attention in the world. When they're young. Once you get them plants growing, healthy, strong, looking nice, your job done. Your job done. You done. You just harvesting now. Now and again, you might go to the garden and pull a few weeds. But once you get them growing and you see they get that green, they just, you know when you know your plant growing and it healthy, it push a green, a bright green that looks so stand out. When you see that look, it tell you, yes, I'm good. For real. When you see that color in your plant, your job done. You only waiting to harvest. No dry leaf, just that green standout look. Your job done is just harvest time for you. And that's what's going on with me. I put in all the works when the plants them young. I'm there every day. Evening, I'm there. Morning, I'm there. 2-3 hours in the garden, planting, softening up the root. But now, I'm relaxing now. I'm only harvesting now. This is most videos you might see from me right now is harvesting. But I'm still gonna do videos from time to time about different plants, how to prune them. And there's another way. Pruning your tomato plant for better yield or prevent disease from your plant. That's another important thing to do, pluming them. I have a certain way that an old guy tell me how to plume tomato plant. An old guy tell me that. He says, son, once you plume your tomato, like they will bear more than you need. And it's true. It's true. When you're pruning them, some people cut them right to the stalk of the plant. No, you got to give them at least ½ inch. You got to leave a small piece of the stem at least ½ inch. Not right down to that. And I got to do a video with that. An old guy tell me that years ago. And I'm witnessing that right now. All the years come down, I'm witnessing that right now. So people develop a lot of skills over the years, trust me. And them older guys, remember not, they used to be, they learn the natural from experience. They learn from their experience. So they do things different ways and see which one works, which that's what we have to do as well. See which one works for us. Planter is right. Select heat tolerant plant, but if you want leafy green, you need to provide shade like lettuce and spinach. Yes, definitely. Definitely. If you need to do spinach and egg and these things, spinach, lettuce, like Urban said, you will definitely have to provide a shade for them. I can't. I know you can't wait. It's so exciting, guys. I don't know. I don't know for you guys, but for me, it's excited after you know. You put in all the work, mosquito trying to bite you up. You know what I mean? Sometimes you walk to the bush, kashi, you get a piece of kashi hook on you, scrape your skin. I mean, it's a lot. But after that, and you just watching the plant them reach this stage now where you only harvest it. You create. I basically you create a supermarket in your backyard that you could just walk on fresh food. You need some okra, you just go outside, pick some fresh okra, go on inside and cook. Tomato, fresh tomatoes. So guys, there's challenging, it's very challenging sometimes. But that doesn't mean you must give up on planting food. That doesn't mean that. Let the challenge make you get better. Let the challenge make you get better. And you will get better. Just be open to it, and everything gonna fall in place. Everything gonna fall in place. Remember, we born for this. We born to provide for ourselves. Meaning, we should already know it's in us how to plant food because we got to eat. Getting ready to start seed for fall. Do you have any tips to keep bugs down? Bugs damage down? Well, you see, the fall, you don't have too much problem with bugs. Is the summer. Them bugs does mess you up. Especially with the edibles like cabbage, collard greens and those stuff. If you planting them, if the you planting like those leafy product, okay, and I'm gonna do too much, but what something I used to use when I used to have problem with the leafy plants like the cabbage, the collard greens, the kale. What I used to use white vinegar and water. Oh yes, white vinegar and water does wonders. I don't use it because I don't really have those problems like before. But my grandmother used to use white vinegar mixed with water. A cup of white vinegar with a gallon of water. Shake it really well and spray them. And that can help you. Do not put more than, do not put too much vinegar because vinegar can burn them down. So one measuring cup, not the coffee cup, a measuring cup with vinegar to a gallon of water and shake it well and spray them. Very satisfying as well. All right. I'm sorry, I'm lagging bad. So I was asking if the seeds are from the same place you have been grown for the past years. Yes, same place. Same place, James. Hey, Annie Dale Homestead, how you doing? Thank you for being here. The moths killed a lot of my stuff last year. I started late August last year. Okay, so get the vinegar, the white vinegar and water, use it and spray it like twice a week. Twice 1 week and just leave it and see what's going on. Do not put more than 1 cup of water because it can damage the plant. Make sure you remember that. I'm back. All right, thank you for being back. I will try that. Yes, it worked for me some years back. It really works. And I know the older people used to use it as well. But you cannot make it too strong. Yeah, you cannot make it too strong. Don't make it too strong because vinegar kind of strong. And you just spray them down. And it because what happened was I had a year about 5 years ago. I planted a lot of cabbage, Brussels sprout, and a lot of edibles. And I did not go to the garden for a week, and that was in the spring. And when I go back, listen to me, them worms, them cabbage worm was everywhere. And I was able to save some of them with the vinegar. I was able to save some of them with the vinegar, and I still able to get some really big cabbage. You know, no, last year, either last year or year before, I planted some cabbage again, and they came back. And then I used the vinegar, and I get some really big, the vinegar, get rid of all of them. And I get some big cabbage. So that's what I use. So I mean, we all have different things, but for me, vinegar works for me. Getting food directly from the garden is very satisfying as well. That was from oh, okay, okay. No, it's listen to me, it's amazing. It's amazing going out there, walk in your garden with a bowl, and able to walk around and just pick whatever you want. It's a good feelings. It's a good feelings, guys. So for the new gardeners, anybody new, don't get discouraged. Gardening is not as complicated as it may seem. All you got to know some key stuff and you can get going. Know where you planting, know where the sun shine the most, know the plants them you planting, know what love the sun, what don't love the sun. Plant your plants a certain depth and you can be fine. It's not that complicated. And that's no joke. Yes, guys. So what I'm saying is put in the work when the plant them is small. Make sure you take care of them when they're small. After they get to that place where they start growing and looking nice, you just relaxing. You just waiting for harvest time. So just make sure while it's small and growing, always soften around their root. Don't make too much weed be around them because sometimes the weed could take over the plant. And sometimes when they're that small, the weed around them could be sucking some, because you have the thing with weeds, right? You have different kind of weeds. You have weeds that will add nutrition to the soil and minerals to the soil. And you also have weeds that will take nutrition from the soil and take minerals from the soil. So you see what's going on there? So now there's two different weeds. One is benefiting the soil and one is draining, taking from the soil. So what that taking, the plant is not getting. So this is why you have to be taking these weeds out, especially if you don't know which weed is benefit to the soil more than the other. So if you don't know, then you need to clean the garden, get rid of them. But if you know, there's some that you can definitely leave right there. I talked to some of the plants. I think it's me alone do that urban gardening. I thought it's me alone do that. I sit down listen me. You know what, guys? I don't know. But I sit down in the garden sometimes and, such an energy just come over me sometimes. It's amazing. You know what I mean? Such peaceful, calm energy just come over me in the garden. It's just amazing. And I will sit down there and I'll be talking to the plants. Them, I thought it's me alone do that. I thought it's me alone do that. That's good or bad. It's, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, but one thing I know we all connected to the plants. I know that for sure. Because here we all connected to the plants. Everything, what the plants need, we also need. The plant need air, sunlight, water. We also need air, sunlight, water. Without the sun, the plant will die. Without the sun, we will die. You see the connection? We grow from a baby into a grown up. The plants grow from a baby into a grown up. We all connected in every form you could think about. Yes, we all connected. Absolutely. Talk to my plants, the pollinators too. All right. All right. I mean, you're supposed to make your garden that place of peace. You know what I'm saying? And comfort. Your garden should be somewhere you can go and just sit and relax and have a conversation. You understand? You should able to do that. Peace, because there's peace. That energy is like so peaceful. And and the thing with me too, I never go in my garden mad or upset. I never take those kind of energy in the garden. Like you go in the garden mad as hell. No. And I don't get mad that easy anyway. So, but I do not go in my garden with no negative energy. I need that to be a place of comfort, peace, where I can just go and sit down for hours and just relax. Ladies, plants grow better this way. Real talk. I believe so too. We all have that connection. We have a connection. And I don't know, but sometimes I just be sitting down, and to me, it's like the plants them just be dancing. Even the trees does be dancing sometimes, swinging themselves from left to right. Yeah, it's amazing. Talking and playing music too. Yes, yes, it's a good feelings in the garden. No joke about it. It's a definitely good feelings, and I think everybody should create that energy up in their garden. Everybody should create that energy, that place of comfort. Because when I could be in that place for hours just sitting there for hours, just watching the plants. And so it's a place of comfort, and I think everybody should make it not just a place to walk outside and get some food. It should be a place where you can meditate and think, have a conversation with yourself sometimes. Which sometimes you need to have a conversation with yourself. Tell one a lot about plant, don't it? Sad thing is my thing. People crazy who know this. You know what? You know what? You said it right. You said it right. When you know certain thing, you crazy as hell. That's true. Honestly, sometimes there's things I don't just hold back because he right. James right. Once you know certain thing, you crazy. Like if I tell people I see the tree was dancing, they say, "Oh, he got to be nuts. He crazy as hell." You understand? But the trees them do dance. Sometimes they shifting. Sometimes even in the wind. Sometimes when the wind is blowing to the wind blowing, it's like they're dancing in rhythm. Yeah. All right, welcome back, David. What's up, man? Yes, the trees them must be dancing in rhythm, you know. So it's a good feelings. It's a good feelings. I honestly, I as a person, I am really into the listen me. I can just me personally, I can just go in my garden and just feel good. Me ain't got to go to, you understand, vacation and all these things. I could just walk in my garden and just that satisfy me. You check what I'm saying? Planting food, enjoying nature, go through the trees, hear the birds talk. That give me joy. That give me joy and peace. Many people not in a high frequency, they don't get it. Yeah, that's true. That is so true. You know, because no, okay, like I had a live one time and I was saying, why are we here? And then someone told me that, why will I put a topic like that? So I'm saying, what do you mean, why will I put a topic like that? That's not a topic. Mr. Man, listen me. You believe what you want to believe. I believe what I want to believe, okay? It just was an open discussion. And the person emailed me to and tell me that. And I don't know the person, but they emailed me and tell why would I? I mean, come on. All I say, why are we here? That was the topic. Why are we here? What's the purpose? Do you know your purpose? Once you start tapping into these things, people start believing you crazy and all kind of stuff. So sometimes I don't even want to have these conversations, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I just left my garden to refresh the hummingbird food. They are a pleasure. I have fountain in my garden and I love to see the bees and birds enjoy it. Peaceful. I feel connected to nature. That's how, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's how I just feel. That's how I just feel. Like I connected. You feel like nature is with you. Listen to me. I set up my garden in a kind of way that birds can land. When I walk in my garden, you just see birds lifting up out the garden. You know, that make me feel good. You know what I'm saying? That birds in your just in your garden landing on the stick and this stuff. You know what? I even attract two yellow birds that I never saw before. Yellow birds that I never saw before. I saw in the garden every time I go there now. You check what up? All the years, never saw them. Finally saw two of them this year. So, you know, and right now, I'm building a board bath for them right now. A place that for out of brick, a place that where they could go and bathe the skin because I just love to see boards and these things. I just love to see that, man. You are right. There's something about our connection. My parents, grandparents, great grandparents, or gardening. But as a kid, I remember spraying water. Oh, that's all I remember. Now I'm excited to try. Yes, 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 yes. It's coming back. The feelings is coming back. They better not email me. I love that black button KMT. They don't have to watch what they don't like. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do your topic, if you don't like, if you not like, you know, you don't have to watch. You know what I'm saying? People doing their topic have is an open discussion where people feel like share, people, other people opinion. It's crazy, man. Yeah, so gardening, I think gardening is a spiritual is a spiritual thing. You could find because I'm telling you guys, I feel some energy up in the garden and through the bushes, and it's just amazing because the feelings, you know what I mean? It's like something crawling up. It's just such a feelings. That peace. You know what I mean? Is a place where I find peace. You know what I mean? Sometimes I go to the bush and I lean up on a tree. You know what I mean? Just lean up a tree and just relax and just listening to the song, the birds. It's amazing. You know what? I think if people start taking the time out, I really think if people start taking the time out to do these things, I think I think we will start to find ourselves in a better place for real. I have regular visitors, a young praying Matisse. I found out they are beneficial. Every living thing has a purpose. I agree with that. That is true. Planter, that's how use hot pepper, water, but I will have to try your way to have more. I have one more tool in my tool. Of course, this is the thing, Jim. You can try different ways, man. You know what I mean? It's different ways. I learn from you. I learn something from you. You learn something from me. So we have options. We can use, we can do it this way, we can do it this way instead of just one way. You know what I mean? So we have option, learning from each other. Yes, gardening is definitely spiritual. It's definitely spiritual. There's an energy that's float around in that garden is is pure, man. That's why I do not go with no negative energy in no negative energy. I try to go always feeling joy. With that joy, go positive. It's good, things like this, sensational. It will you go a long way in gardening. Yes, definitely. When you start this, with this, you see, this is why I try to, guys. I'm not telling you how to plant your food. I'm not telling you how to grow your food. I'm just sharing information that if you like, you can apply and see how it works for you. You know, the thing is, this is why I try to talk about gardening and try to explain, how to do certain things. Because when you get this kind of knowledge and understanding as a new gardener, when you start gardening, you good. You know, because what you are doing now, you are apply. You're not guessing no more. You applying. Instead of you trying to guess and figure out, you applying the knowledge you have. And then when you start to see result, if the result working for you, you say, okay. If it's not working, you try something new. Because in gardening, honestly, you never stop learning. That's the truth. We learn every day we step we foot in the garden, we learn something, which me, I learn something every time. So I will not say I know everything, but I do have some knowledge about gardening. Okay. Your hands in the dirt, how you doing, man? Thank you for being here. Yes. So it's a place for peace and a place for comfort. You should make it, you should make it that place. You should make it that place of comfort. Yes, you definitely should. And you do not need that green thumbs to grow a garden. And this is a topic tonight. You don't. Just apply the knowledge and plant your food, take care of them, and you're good to go. Because at the end of the day, plants come by care. You know what I mean? We have to take care of these plants in order for them to give us what we really want. You know what I'm saying? We have to take care of them. We have to know they got to get water, they got to get sunlight. So when you planting them, you make sure when you planting them, you make sure you plant your plants that they could get sunlight, because sunlight is very important. And well, I keep saying this over and over. Sunlight is very important. Look at your areas where the sun shines the most. Plant the plants them that love the sun in that area. Preach, planter, talk to the people. So, all right, all right. I don't hear plants talking in literally sense, but I feel a vibration. I hear the birds talking. They literally land near me and talking to me. You know what? You so right. You so right. I you so right, Orban. It's the vibration. And you know what? When you're dealing with a universe, it's no language, it's vibration. You check what's going on? Vibration. Song. You see the birds make song. Vibration, music. This is why to right? The music you listen to is very the music right your spirit. This is why you gotta watch what kind of music you listen to. Because some of these negative music ride your spirit and lead you to different path. This ain't no joke. Music is life, vibration. All these things are when the universe deal with songs, vibration, frequency. So yes, the birds come and them make song, but sometimes we not understand them. But they must speak, come right to you. Butterfly, come right, land on your shoulder right there. And just thing flapping the wing and just land there. All these things did not just happen by coincidence. I believe all these things is for a purpose. It's so sad to hear the scream when there's not your plans and nothing you do to help them. Yes, yes, yes. It's yes, it's true. You and me not okay. I have the same thing and many more happening. You guys, what you guys doing, Urban? What you saying is for real. It's for real. It's for real. That's why I believe we connected with the animals, the birds, the plant, because everything we all need them to survive. The sun, the water, the air. We all need all of them. We all connected in some form or the other. We all born and we all go and die basically. Well, the body die basically. So the plants, the birds, everything, and we connected. So nature is something. I did a video, right? When I do this video, I don't know if people will see it, right? But like I did a video, how to bring nature inviting nature into your garden, right? And to me, I don't know if people gonna see this, but to me, this is something that's very important. You know what I'm saying? Bringing nature into your garden, meaning that energy, meaning that energy into your garden, inviting the birds them, give them a place where they could rest. That means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know for everybody else how they see that, but to me, that means a lot because I have the feelings of nature is a different feeling that I ever feel. Hello, Bessie and Johnny, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Each planter. Music has a spirit. We use special music in all important events. You could write the history of the country just by listening to music from each air. So true, so true, so true. Music is life. Yes. I will spend tomorrow cleaning up my garden, removing all the dead and disease leaf. I will help keep the garden healthy. Yes, you're supposed to. That's good, man. Put that energy, keep the garden good energy, man. That's good, hands in the dot. I love that video. Oh, you right? Yes, OG. That video, I don't know. I don't know. Just something tell me for do that video. You know what I'm saying? Inviting nature into your garden. When I come from the bushes, I bring some compost. I even a worm. I even get a worm from out the bushes, bring it into the garden in the compost. I didn't even see it until I put it around the pepper plant. You know, it's something tell me to do that video because I know what I feel. I know what I experience. But sometimes if you don't experience these things, it's hard to people basically explain it to you. You know what I'm saying? You basically got to get into that zone and feel that for yourself because for somebody explain it is my sound crazy for real. They do some amazing things, seen and unseen planter. Yes, that's for real. Let's see it. You had an awesome life to this. Yes, how are you? All right. Hello, the life of Ari. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, guys. So sometimes, people got to get to that place because we could try to explain it. I could try to, but as less you not have that kind of experience, it's hard for me to basically break it down to you. But I've learned a lot. I've definitely learned a lot. I have experienced a lot through gardening and I just loving it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a place where I find the most peace I could ever find. Never find peace nowhere else than dealing with nature, for real. I start in the morning tending my garden once it gets warm. Once it gets warm, I stop and start back in the evening. Okay. Once the heat is on, the heat ain't no joke, man. Yo, my goodness. The heat ain't no joke. Yes, guys. So It's something you got to experience, man. But try to, not telling you what to do, but being connected with nature, learning, understanding how deep it is with the connection with the plants, how connected you are to the plants, the animal, and all the sun, and all these things will put you in a different place, man. Because we come here and we did not, we personally never experienced nothing for ourselves. From the time we born, our grandmother, our mother been telling us something. Our teacher in school tell us something. Our Sunday school teacher tell us something. Go to work, our boss tell us something. It's never what we think. So anyhow you get to this place where you start thinking for yourself, you're going to see things a whole lot different. A whole lot different. All right. So I know almost everybody here is a gardener. Let me see. Planter, this is why I stay neutral. Nature comes to you when you plant a garden, but when you plant with nature in mind, it stays with you. That is true, man. That is so true. That is so true. It stays with you. It stays with you. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Tea get cold. Yes. So almost everybody in here is gardening. So how was your week this week? How the gardening going? I spend lots of my time in the woods. I hunt, sit quiet in the woods for hours, taking it all in. It's amazing watching how the animals behave when they don't know you are around. That is so true, man. That is so true, hands in the dirt, for real. Because they're not seeing you, so they're just being themselves. And that's it. That's how you know, that's how you're able to know them. Because they're just being themselves. That is so true, man. That is so true. Because like the other day, I was walking through the bushes and I see a bird. Man, that bird was, listen to me, that bird was like 4 feet tall, man. For real. I never see a bird so big. And it flap. If you see the size of the wings, and it flapped through the trees. Man, I'm sorry I didn't have my camera, my phone to take. You know, it flapped away so fast that by the time I take out my phone, I couldn't even get to see, to basically see it. Because I was there, you know, relaxing. I was there relaxing, so I wasn't recording or nothing. And that board flapped through. If you see the size of that board, I had a great week. Not much work in the garden due to rain all week. Oh, you got rain all week? All right. Well, you're looking forward for some new growth. You're looking for well, after you know when lightning and thunder like it does do something to the soil. I'm telling you, like when the lightning crack and the thunder is like it recharge the soil or something. Because when you go outside there, you see a whole big difference in that garden. But I love when it rains because you see such a big difference when you walk out in the garden. So who else had a good week in the garden this week? Yes. Most time, most time I'm 20 plus feet up a tree. I've seen and heard so much weird things. I hear that, I see that. I hear that. A lot of growing in the garden this week. Almost have all my ceiling in final. Some loses, but will plant more this week and see if they do better. Also, time to harvest my calagu seed. All right, beautiful. Wait, Urban, did you get any rain since? Because I know we was getting hard weather. Did you get any rain? My cucumber are bossing out. Oh, awesome. Best yet, John. Yeah, awesome. I see hands in the door harvest some cucumber. It's a beautiful harvest, man. My, but you know what? You know, I start late this year. I start so late that I couldn't even plant cabbage, collard greens. So late I start this. Usually, I just have a nice garden with just cabbage, Brussels sprout and these things. But I start out so late this year that I could not even plant these things. But everything catch up so fast because after I start so late, I start to plant, I start to plant, I start to plant, I start to plant. I was, and I start planting early. When I start planting, the place still did cold, but not that cold. But we still was getting cold weather. But I was planting. Let me tell you, peppers. A lot of people might not understand. Peppers could stand a little cold as well. I'm not talking about 30 degrees and 20 degrees. I'm not talking about that. Pepper could do 40 and 50 degrees, 40 degrees. Because I plant peppers, small peppers like this, 2 inches, 2.5 inches. I plant some of them, and this pepper is producing right now. I plant them small because I really wanted to see if them could really survive, and they did. But like 40, 50 degrees, I'm not talking about 20 and no. Last week was a great week. I got rain and harvest cucumber every other day. 15 to 20 cucumber. Oh, wow. That's amazing. That's good. That's the thing with cucumber too, man. When they start producing, they push in. There's something like okra. Okra is the next one too. When they start producing, they just come in. And you gotta the thing with okra, you gotta be in the garden at least 2 days, every 2 days. Because they just get hard. And if they get hard, it's like the slime, the juice, you're not getting it. So sometimes you just gotta leave them for seed. Some already happened to me already. We got 2 days of rain, but land still look like hay. Oh wow. I had a great week. My peppers and tomato are ripening. I harvest potato and have squash and cucumber coming in. Triple digit. Oh, heat. Triple digit heat. Damn. That heat is making everything grow. I just use sheet. Okay, all right, okay. That's good. Congratulations, you are doing. Yeah, them cucumber, man. I have made 14 quarts of pickles. Oh, wow. Panther Garden. Hey, what's up, African Dream? How you doing, man? Thank you for being here. When is next planting date for the moon? The next planting date, where we in July. The next planting days is I think it's the 20th and the 21st. I think it's the 20th and the 21st. That's two beautiful planting days. But you should go, I mean, you should plant some now because, but just make sure you plant something on that day because you still have time before you reach the 21st. You know what I'm saying? And the season is getting short. But don't make those days pass without you planting anything. Make sure you get some stuff in the soil on those days. I think next week the chop is above. Okay. Well, Urban, I've been talking about moon planting for a long time. All through the spring, I was talking about moon planting. Moon planting ain't no, this is a serious thing. Yeah, serious thing. Okay, guys, let me talk a little about moon planting. The first person tell me about moon planting was my father. My father is the first person tell me about moon planting. These guys know about moon planting. No, they have books. They have books telling you it, but these guys in those old days, they didn't have no book. They just know. Because there's farmers. Farmers know when to plant. Because they watch the size of the moon. The size of the moon, and they know when it's planting time. Because these people study these things. You know, this is how you do experiment. Experiment is studying things and apply them and see how they works. So my father tell me about moon planting and he gave me the size of the moon. He was showing me. You see, when you see the moon this size, it's getting close to planting days. And make sure you put your food in the ground in these days. So moon planting, when I say moon planting, is planting by the moon, by the size of the moon. Because the moon have a connection with the earth as well. And every time there's a moon, every time there's a planting day, every time there's a planting day, rain gonna come the day before or the same day or the day after. And we all know that's the best time to plant is when rain coming. So this is serious. This is serious, guys. You will get great result, guys. Result you cannot believe. Yes, moon planting. Planting by the size of the moon. Because you see, every side, you have quarter moon, you have half a moon, you have three-quarter moon, you have full moon. But all these things represent something. This is what I'm telling you. We all connected in every form. The earth, the animal, the moon, the sun. We all have a connection. And we all work hands in hands. So the moon gives that signal and the connection. Rain will come either the day before you plan or the day after or the third day. This ain't no joke. And if you could get the book as well. The book might help guide you. The book might help guide you as well. Yes, I learned it from you, planter, but my weather and soil wasn't ready. No, I can try moon planting. You know what? I I think I had a video where, yes, I did a live. I did a live where I call out all the days of planting food above ground and underground. I call out all the days. Yeah, yeah, I think, yeah, I have a live with that. And this doesn't go for just one place. It goes for everywhere because the moon is everywhere. I received a calendar from Michael with days for the moon planting. I forget about it. No, use it. Use the calendar. Well, I don't know which calendar. It's all right, hands in the dot. Good night, good night. I don't know which calendar I gave you, but maybe try it, try it, try it. Duval, I remember that I won the book. Okay. My grandparents always use farmers and yeah, that's what the book they selling now. But my grandfather never know about these books. They know from experience. But that's the book. Yeah, that's the book. I heard about it from you. Then I look it up online for the schedule. Still haven't memorized it. The Farmer's Almanac also has it. Yes, okay. Yes. It's something to look into, guys. It is a very good book. Yes. And it's not just about planting. It tells you a lot of different things. If you're cutting your hair, it tells you when to cut your hair. It also tells you when to weed up your garden, when to go fishing. It tells you a lot of things. Hi, Power TV Peace. How you doing, man? Thank you for being here. Africa, my grandparents did as well. All the old folk use that almanac and life knowledge. Yes, it's have a lot of information inside of it. But I use it. Well, I don't use it. But based on what my father tell me about the size of the moon and the size it's supposed to be and when it start coming back down, like while it growing, then when it start coming back down, even on harvest time, he also tell me do not harvest on a full moon. And I come to see why he said that. That was a lot of, I know, old folks come up. Yeah. I will be using your channel a lot when I get this house. Moving to renovate this. All right. Thank you, man. I have a lot of videos, a lot of information that can get you going, man. Thank you. Yes. So, guys, like we're saying, gardening is not that complicated. It's more simple than it may seem. You just need a few tips about gardening and you on your way. This ain't no joke. It's not that complicated at all. Build your soil. Make sure you build your soil. Try to build your soil as healthy as possible. We do not need too much crazy things around our plant to make our plant grow. Planter TV, do you think that all the disruption of nature these days have an offset the impact of using these natural methods like moon plant and other methods? Okay, well, I'm still doing it and I'm still seeing African dreams. I'm still doing it, right? And but I do not use the book. That's the thing. That book, I do not use the book. I use the same method my father tell me, right? So I'm still using it and I'm still seeing basically the same result. Why? Because if I say, if I look at the moon and I see the size of it represent planting day, if I go out and plant, then I'm seeing rain coming either that day, so I'm basically seeing the same pattern. So I'm not sure if it offset it as yet. I'm not saying it mightn't do it, but for now, I see it as yet. But maybe, who knows? But I do not use the book. I use the method my father showed me of the size of the moon while it growing and while it coming back down. Oh, exactly. You see, what I noticed, you see, for where sensational gardener now city, right? Technology, right? Technology could be beneficial to us, right? Technology can be beneficial to us, but it could also mess us up in certain way because I remember, right, when there wasn't no cellular phone and there was no GPS. I used to remember everybody's phone number. You just know everybody's phone number. You go take up your phone and you just dial in. You know all your friends' phone number. You know your family them phone number. Since cellular phone coming, it's a take away that part from us. Instead of we think now, we go to the book and start scrolling up and down into the phone. So technology really have a toll on us. The ancestors never used them. They was just traveling and walking and knowing everything. But now we have technology. To me, it turning us in more like, let me see, it turning us in more dummies than thinkers. Because now we're not thinking no more. The phone is where we rush into now for everything. You know what I mean? So I say technology could be good at times, but it can also be messing with us at the same time. Yes, all right. The current world is trying to outdo nature, and it's wreaking havoc. That is true. That is true. Let me see. All right. Okay, Visaji. I understand, brother. I don't have any almanac here. I just plant with the little knowledge I have and wait to see what happened. I agree, brother. I agree. But you see, these things, that's why I don't need, that's why I'm not even interested in the book. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm even interested in the book because it's gonna take me away from what I know. And that's what you understand what I'm saying? It's gonna take me away from what I know. So now if I start dealing with the book, then I'm gonna forget what my father told me, taught me. You see what I'm saying? Because now I'm gonna be dependent on the book, just like how I'm depending on the phone today. We depending on the phone instead of memorizing. So that's why I don't want to use the book. I want to still keep what I learn and experience from. Because if we continue like this, if we continue like this, we will be where we're gonna be. We're not gonna be thinking no more. We're not gonna be thinking anymore. Yeah, for real. Before we know everybody phone number. No, you got to return to the phone now. Any information we need, no more thinking. The phone. You see what happening? First time days, we could have looked to the sky and know it's gonna rain today. Now what we do? Weather. What's the weather like today? In the phone. You understand? Time has really changed. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's true, James. Just while you plant it, because that's what I did when I did the video. I did a video about planting these. No, was alive. Planting these. So what I did, I write down all the dates, and I call out the name, the dates them, that people can get ready for start planting. It doesn't matter where you at. After your frost, your last frost, and you start planting, the days them in that month is your planting day, and you could get good result from that. It really helps. But I really don't want to take myself too much away from myself and depending on technology. I'm not saying technology is not, I'm not saying it's not helpful, right? I'm not saying it's not helpful, but it can also be a little damaging too. Something keep eating my growing grapes. Soon as they turn purple, taking me out. What should I do about it? Something eating a purple grape. Is it birds? If it's birds, ain't much you can do. If it's what about picking them? If you pick them and put them for ripe, you can't do that. I don't know what to tell you if because I don't know what eating them, if it's bug or if it's birds. I can remember numbers from decades ago. I look at the leaf to know when it will rain. All right, that's what I'm talking about. We got to get back to nature where we know these things. These are things we know, but we lost ourselves. We lost ourselves, and now we depending on something for direct. Why we always looking for a leader? Why we always looking for something or somebody to lead us? And that is our problem. I talk with and learn from the local from all the time. Okay. I'm not sure what eating them, brother. I'll have to record it. Okay. If it's birds, I don't know. Ain't much I can tell you. Because birds, birds will eat regardless. But if it's bugs, if it's fruit flies, and fruit flies could be really messed up too because fruit, some fruit fly lay on some of my peaches, and they start eating out the peaches and them. And when I take it down, I pick one and I bust it open and I see a worm inside of it. So these fruit flies as well can mess up your fruits. Is anyone know how to tell a brother what he can do with the flies eating something eating his grapes? That's good, African. That's good, but not a lot of people can say that, man. Mm-mm. You can cover them with mesh bag. Okay, high power. Cassandra South Fulton Garden say you can cover them with mesh bag or tool fabric. All right. Okay. So everybody in here having a good with Miss Audrey. Did the how the elderberry? How it going? Okay, hands in the dot have a video about protecting your fruits and veg. Okay. I got to look at the video. Thank you. That's the thing about what's going on, man. We help each other with whatever information we can, and that's awesome. Because we all learn from each other. We all learn something new every day. And you guys, don't forget to hit the like button, okay? I will appreciate it. I thought to cover them with something. I just didn't want to block the direct sun or decrease the amount it's getting. Oh, okay, I understand. Well, you got to protect them somehow or the other, high power. Yeah. Okay, check out Hands in the Dot, new video about it. Hands in the Dot have a video protecting, so you could check it out. Yes, guys, so how was you guys' week, man? What's going on? How you guys doing? I hope you guys had a wonderful week, okay? I still remember mine also, but forget my cellular phone. Man, everybody, listen to me. A lot of people can't remember their cellular phone. They ain't no joke. They are greening up nicely. I have them in a travel size spot for now until move. It's over. I will send my new just for you when I. All right, no problem. Okay, no problem. Oh, so they're growing. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's wonderful. Yes, when you think I get some seed for you because okay, I don't know if everyone here was in the live, but I also mentioned I'm gonna have a giveaway this fall, and I'm gonna be giving away seeds from everything I plant, not all the varieties I plant. I'm gonna be giving away some seeds from every variety I plant, meaning the okra, the tomato, everything I plant, I will be giving away. So I will be having a giveaway in maybe October, yeah. So that person will be able to get themselves ready for next spring. No problem, brother. See. Yes, guys, so we got to get back to the place where we start to be more independent than dependent. Meaning, technology is on its best right now and on its heights, but if we ain't be careful, it will take we from ourselves. We wouldn't, you understand, we will become like robots. You understand? Only asking question and searching for, you know what I mean? We're not gonna be thinking, so we can't allow it to fully take us over. Yes, we need it, but we cannot allow it to take us over. So yes, so we have to be more self-sufficient. Yes, that's what we do, man. We help each other here. It's fully self-sufficient. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, guys. Well, I was good. Damn, 3 hours and change. Wow. Wow. You guys stay with me for a long time. I appreciate you guys so much. Yes. So I'm gonna get ready to end the live, but I just want to leave you guys with this again. You do not need a green thumb to grow food. I mentioned through the video the things once you get once you get the basic, you good to go. You have no problem once you get the basic. Just keep planting, keep growing. It's not complicated at all. If you have a backyard and you have the space, turn your backyard into your supermarket. So you just walk out your house, walk in your backyard, grab some food, go inside, cook, or you can eat them raw just like that. So thank you guys for being here with me tonight. Truly appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Peace, love, and blessing to you guys. Wait, hold on. Let me see where African. Let me see what African say. A part of me feel like technology already far gone. The future generation will never live like how. No, no. African, you definitely right with that. You're right with that. For the new generation, it's already there. It's already designed for them. It's already there. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's true. All right, guys. Peace, love, and blessing to all. Good night.